What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. It is time for the 3.3 story quest, and I'm hearing very good things about it, so I am extremely excited to get into it. It's gonna be the first story stream with the new model, so that should be really fun too. You guys can see more accurate representations of my emotions on my face, which should be fun. But let's start. Ooh, I'm excited. New Mina. And new Trailblazer. Together as one. Also, please don't acknowledge the amount of subs that are on my screen right now. Or the timer, it's a lot. Wait, I think I want to go with a more lore accurate team, like region accurate. So, I'm gonna go with a Mighty, Casterus, where is she? And Hyacinth team.
Lord Mighty, let's each do our duty.
This works,
Mighty?
right?
Us healers in the Twilight Courtyard believe in being careful.
I'm not removing Robin. That's impossible. I don't have Tribby. Yeah, Robin's and Amphorius. Thanatos and Circe's okay, have been returned. Sometime after that. Aw, the 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the vortex of Genesis. They embody the 12 Amphorian deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now, 10 among them have fallen. Their core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, their brilliance echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife. The Lance of Fury once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife until your valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Midamos, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the Holy City. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted Mem to you. At Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops. And now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trianne. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still not long past, that unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason, at edge of existence, have you found your answer? The prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose 2, granting one the fate of death. Yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death, who journeyed from the nether realm to the living world, chose to remain in the Sea of Flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the west wind, we shall meet again, Casterus. What a long journey it's been. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder, how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotions. Your thoughts sink into the ocean, You recall how Anforius cherished epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then, let it begin. Countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You need only to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Don't be influenced by the noise outside. The little shake was so cute. Just focus on the key word in your mind. It is indeed difficult, but you should cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone. It won't disturb your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. Cipher. Great mystery. Last time in Styxia, 0 time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now, the River of Souls mostly retreated. I'm back, baby. In the water, a big, shiny chest. I can't use the miracle orb, and I can't wade through. Your power of time is needed. Now, 70-30 split. 30 for you, 70 for me. Exactly, 30 for you, 70 for me. Details, schmeetails. Get here and we'll talk. You must admit, even during this arduous and struggling low point, there are still those who live joyfully. Cipher's endless, surging desire for wealth seems to be more turbulent than the waters of Scale Gorge waterscape. Forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow. But sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. Decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked. To meet up with a cat girl. Hopefully, those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirit. I love Cipher. She's so funny.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful.
I forgot we're over the mem era.
And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
Aww. I miss Caster's too. Now's not the time to feel down.
You're right. We promised Cass that we continue the flame chase journey, so we can't let her worry. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together.
We've got to pull ourselves together.
By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone?
She's doing cat things. What was that sound? Is there someone else here?
Yes, and this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful.
Yes. I love the
I
little
have a bad feeling
nods.
about this.
I love Stella's little nods. No. I feel like Hyacinth should have little Ika with her as she runs around in the overworld.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful.
Girl, I didn't move.
It's a piece
Uh-oh.
of black cloth.
Isn't that from the
Where
Flame
have I
Reaver?
seen this before?
Where'd she pull this book out of? It's the Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here?
Why are we starting with Flame Reaver?
What?
Rawr. Mem, get ready. You want the pink puppy, don't you? It's finally time for me to bow out.
What? Now I'm sad. This isn't the time for jokes.
Now I'm sad.
Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
As long as pause in my life.
The river of souls
Okay.
is full of fish, big and delicious.
I don't eat fish, so
What?
we can't have any.
The flame chase journey stops.
Why?
Meow, meow.
What do you mean meow meow?
Meow?
Is this a dream? What's happening? Is this meant to be a riddle? The flame chasers got mad. The end.
We already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
Does he want Cipher? What do you mean meow meow? It's Cipher. Okay. Okay. I got.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
So it's you, Cipher. What a terrible person. Let's leave. This Cipher must be a fake too. Run!
Ah! Don't run! I'm the real Cipher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
So you're playing both good cop and bad cop? Well, ain't I grateful for the reminder? I'm so strong that I don't need your reminder.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
So,
I love
was
Cypher's
that a
voice.
Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this.
I love her little teeth.
For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Uh-oh.
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie.
Mental suggestions is
Lies
crazy.
are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
Nice. Now I know your secret.
I sure love your arrogance, Grey Mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you.
Like a little smirk.
Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going.
Getting going.
Oh, was that your teleslate?
Oh, Feynan. Oh my god, everyone's texting me. Baby girl, did you rest well? I came during lucid hour and you seemed to be asleep, so I didn't want to wake you up. But in current circumstances, I can't stay idle. Feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the grove, shall we? I'm a little busy.
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Cypher's like, I went first. You have to listen to me first. Why do you need so much money anyway?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures.
Sometimes you just like shiny things, you know?
Don't
I get
forget,
it.
I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change.
Ooh.
And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Gray Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
The authority of time. A few days later, it's time skip. We're not gonna go treasure hunting.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
Annie, what are you doing? I'm surprised a council elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo.
Okay, so I still think everyone's in a simulation and none of these people are actually real. So, like, do you think if they ever tried to, like, leave, like, to go beyond the sky, they would just, like, disintegrate into code?
It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akima. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Emphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Emphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 titans of Emphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious.
The petty bitch.
The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of 2 titans whose core flames has yet to be returned. Yes, they have not been returned yet.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglia's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its
I don't know if I trust
power
Lygus.
systems.
Also, like, where'd Herta go? Really, but...
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
By all means, please proceed. But be careful, the Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Aquila's the one that shot us out of the sky, allegedly. Lygus carefully scans the damaged propulsion system, then methodically begins inspecting its components. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we Antikytherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically,
Aquila.
Lord Donhong, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
Why doesn't he want the Flame Chase journey? I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Maybe it's not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
What do you mean? Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Down Cloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
What do you mean as expected? What's going on? Are these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral. Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of
Wow.
your companion.
One against four, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral.
This... Can't believe this.
Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
This doesn't feel very neutral of him. This feels like he made a choice. You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions. Aw, Danny.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
When I asked if you'd helped, I meant... the ones who need help are them. Daniel! Look at him! He knows. He said, I am one of the High Quintet. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany. Oh. Feynan? Oh, with flame? Wait, but okay.
You have such overwhelming power, so why? Answer me. Why do you stand in her way?
'Cause it's you!
Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend!
Drag him back here.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now, but
Oh, that was a
a few
memory.
months ago, that would have knocked me out.
Always keeping me on edge. If I passed out, that would have been it.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Most
Even
aggressive
so,
methods.
it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past
Oh my
in
god,
the
they're in
river of
Dragon Ball
time.
Z.
It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron.
That's fair. You don't have a magical girl
I
wand.
can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Wait, training? Why not get Charnotis to help? Charnotis.
Don't worry, I've already arranged that. Of course I need him. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Feynan, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that swordmaster in black.
He's hyperfixating.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
You've really grown, but you can't beat them yet. We'll be here by your side.
I'm far from finished. I must continue sharpening my skills until I can match their strength. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to...
What were you reading before? Why not take the interesting ones home?
Oh, great idea! However, that would mean no more reasons to visit the Grove.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into
They have
scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the Library of Philia.
The dawn of the living dead.
Let's have a break.
Huh.
Here we are! Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or me?
Oh, I got used to Expedition 33 where they wouldn't just close things dialogues while I'm running. I have to retrain myself for gotcha. You're quite relieved that Dunhung isn't around. No one would be here to judge you for your reading tastes. The scroll at a hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. It seems the scholar of the Groves, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So which reading materials will you peruse? One Punch God, Aquila. One punch. We're gonna go through all of them. Forbidden Love, the tree of the and the butterfly. Oh, they don't read it for me. Sit up. Let me take a sip of water. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be so annoying. Expedition 33 wouldn't make me read this out loud. Anyways. She wandered through the flower sea, searching for a glimpse of those fluttering butterfly wings, but without success. Sir, I've heard that every flower has its own floriography. Generally speaking, that perception is correct. She heard the voice, but couldn't see the speaker, yet Circes paid it no mind. She calmly responded to her most special student, while scanning her surroundings. What is your florography? I'm afraid I'm not a flower, but a tree. Evidently, this answer failed to satisfy the other party. A sound mingled with dissatisfaction and disappointment reached her ears, prompting her to add another remark. Well, if we're just speaking metaphorically, I suppose it would be intelligence. However, her objective was nearly accomplished. It should be around here somewhere. Now, she just needed to find some bait to draw her out. Intellectual, yet also romantic? Perhaps it's because I hibernate, you see. In my long dreams, I've made promises to countless lovers. Really? The butterfly-winged girl suddenly rose from the thicket before Circes, startling her slightly. After all, at this moment, the distance between them was virtually non-existent. Gazing directly at Nestia's face, allowing the light reflecting from her lips to pass through her eyes, a hint of crimson flashed across Circe's face, almost imperceptible to onlookers. Of course, her composure wavered for only a moment. Then, Circes wrapped her arms around the girl's waist and, as if pulling up a radish from the ground, gently lifted her from the flower thicket. Of course not. Caught you now. Placing her on the ground, the giant tree's incarnation gently stroked the butterfly wings with the edges of her leaves, confirming the other's normal state before slowly withdrawing. So, now will you tell me? Why have you been avoiding me? Would you two please refrain from frolicking in my Antilla garden? A cold voice unseasonably interrupted their thoughts. Indeed, for the garden master, the incarnation of death. Oh, is that Pelixia? Such lively atmosphere was truly something akin to a natural enemy. Sorry. We'll leave at once. Thank you for listening to my troubles, Madam Thanatos. Sir, let's return to the grove. Sorry. Sorry, Than, for troubling you. Honestly, you two are, alas, but Circe's. You must be aware by now, right? A bitter sensation spread in her mouth once more. Circe's remained silent, merely nodding as she bid farewell to her old friend. On the way back to the grove, Nestia remained completely silent. After one unsuccessful attempt to question her, Circe struggled to find another opportunity to speak, and simply focused on the path ahead. Voices of gossip reached them, causing irritation. A genius, so what? She's just like, so terrifying. A stern figure approached rapidly. It was the source of the irritation. Nestia offered Circe a smile, then turned and walked away. Cast a sharp glance in the direction of the butterfly-winged girl's departure, then shifted her gaze back to Circe's. First came perfunctory reports and spiritless small talk, then escalated to arguments that resembled personal attacks. Do you truly understand? I don't need to. Let me be direct, Circe's. To romance a student, even your own creation, don't you find that perverse? Oh. This was the first time the embodiment of reason allowed emotions to govern her mind. The sensation left on her palm, she slapped her, felt as if it would scorch through the heart of a tree. From nearby came the sound of running footsteps, familiar yet somehow strange. Circe wanted to give chase immediately, but the words echoing in her ears tripped her steps. She was indeed somewhat distracted, allowing the girl's image to surface and fade in her mind repeatedly. When her resolve crystallized and the third curtain fall hour had slipped by, the personification of the giant tree approached. The gilded chrysalis cried her beloved's name, then stilled, as if she had frozen. The traces left by the butterfly-winged girl who dwelled here were all but erased. Upon the foliate desk lay words, a maiden's first and final love letter. I love you, Circe's. I've already received the graduation gift after all, so forget me. Why doomed Yuri? Why Yuri if doomed? That's it? Nothing else? This love story abruptly ends at its worst moment. Oh my god, Stella's so concerned. She looks so alarmed. Whether the author lost the motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remains unknown. If it were the latter, the Flame Reaver is fully responsible. Are they all this long? My professor can't possibly be this shy. Yes. The things I do for you, chat. Sorry I'm late. I used the power of a cognose bloom to climb over the vines, rushing to the classroom, and nervously pulling open the door, only to make eye contact with the person I had an appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against the stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar's robe gleamed bright in the dim light of the Evernight, giving off an almost defined aura. The first class and already late? Looks like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, This was our first one-on-one lesson, and I just totally blew it from the start. Probably even Circe's would have felt embarrassed looking at such a sorry scene. Luckily, I had come up with a plan. Sorry, Professor. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything? Well, please. I hope you'll be lenient. At those words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then, I want you to teach me. Wait, Professor? I want you to break down the points in this paper, word by word, and explain them to me slowly. Although there were no mirrors here, I could guess that my face had turned red from the sudden and direct request. But, Professor, I'm just a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? I finally worked up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste the lesson I prepared? You fool! At least wait until after class. If that's what you'd prefer, then fine. But don't forget, I still haven't forgiven you. So, what should we study first today? Why don't we peruse this academic journal? I think they recently published a paper on the patterns of natural numbers. Sounds good. Come on, let's have a look. The research paper was immensely valuable, but I couldn't even grasp the basic arguments. As I was too deeply engrossed in the professor's sharp gaze, he looked so rational when he was immersed in numbers. Nothing less than I'd expect from the professor I cherished so much. After that, we experienced an enriching lesson. We wandered through the classical literature exhibition, eagerly absorbing the newly compiled Titan faith studies. Finally, we lingered in the dreams woven by the latest work of the so much that we completely forgot. The bell signaling the curtain fall hour rang, and we looked at each other. Class was over. More than once, I had resented for its seemingly linear flow. Yet, I remained powerless to interfere with it. The professor looked at me with a pause for a moment, as if making some kind of decision, then muttered, "Take out your paper. I'll help you revise it." Really? You mean it? Yes, you are a student I take great pride in. I've been considering this for quite some time. Professor, let me understand your thoughts, your research, your everything. No further words were needed. Two seekers of knowledge, driven by instinct, began their deep exploration of ideas. At that moment, we had yet to realize that after this lesson, another name would appear in the acknowledgments of the paper. And in the end, this would be the very spark that led to the founding of our academic symposium. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express Welt phone. For a young Stellaron host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time. One Punch God, Aquila. It's been so long. Brushing off the dust that had settled on him, he adjusted his attire and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in a tense standoff. So you think you're something special just because you've defeated the silent Georios? Mortal, heed my advice. The God King remained silent, gazing into Aquila's 1,000 eyes. Slowly, he raised his right arm, 4 fingers pressed together, and with a simple motion, he lightly waved the colossal being before him. Arrogant fool, you will pay the price for your insolence. Aquila's fury erupted, their towering form radiating intense heat. In an instant, their massive wings vibrated at an imperceptible speed. 1,000 razor-sharp feathers shot forth like swords, hurtling straight towards the God King. As everyone knows, the feathers of the Sky Titan can pierce through iron and steel, let alone mortal flesh. Their sheer density left no room to evade. In the violent storm of lethal blades closed in, and time itself seemed to freeze. Aquila enhanced their reflexes, predicting the movements of this arrogant little thief before them. Noticing the God King shifting his stance, Aquila mused. He had only two choices. He could push off the ground to evade left or right, or stand firm and brace for impact. But either way, it would be futile. The feathered blades would shift from the wind, altering their trajectory. No matter how swift his movements, they would follow him relentlessly. But who could have predicted? The God King never intended to dodge. He pushed forward instead, seizing the first incoming feather blade between two fingers. With a swift turn, he carved a spiral through the air and hurled it back at supersonic speed. The feather blade curled with the wind, piercing deep into the storm. Without the slightest deviation, it collided tip to tip with another razor-sharp steel feather. Ding! The deflected feather veered to the side upon impact, colliding with others and further altering their trajectories. Ding! The sharp clashing of feathers rang out in an irregular rhythm, a chain reaction unfolding until the force of the final feather was dissipated, scattering harmlessly into the air. With just a single seized feather, the God King had nullified the entire storm of blade-like wings. Aquila was shocked. How could a mere mortal possess such divine skill? Yet, as a being of godly essence, they did not allow themselves to be shaken. Seizing the moment as they scattered feathers clouded as the scattered feathers clouded their vision, they swiftly brought down their claws, sharp as steel greatswords, aiming to the end of the battle in a single decisive strike. Boom! The massive claw struck dead center where the God King stood, the sheer force of impact carving a deep crater into the ground. No, something felt off. Aquila's mind raced. This sensation was strange. Had it missed? Or they focused their gaze, only to witness the impossible. Their enormous, razor-sharp claw, many times larger than the God King himself, was caught. Held effortlessly in a single hand, as if the God King were merely grasping a piece of cutlery. The countless white feathers drifted through the air, painted an eerie contrast against the battlefield's deadly stillness. The once mighty and untouchable giant eagle found itself frozen in shock. For the first time in 1,000 years, muttering in disbelief, they said, "Impossible! Even Jorios, when fighting me, could do nothing but evade beneath my iron claws. Yet you, what in the world are you?" Haven't you figured out the answer? A mere mortal, nothing more. You cocky little... Aquila attempted to retract their claw, but under the God King's grip, they were frozen in place, completely immobile. Their expression darkened. Seeing this, the God King seemed to smile. He clenched the fingers of his free hand, and then, at a speed even the Titan's vision could not perceive, with a full force, he swung his fists.
Boom!
In an instant, the divine body shattered. A tidal wave of force shook the heavens, sending tremors through the divine steel-forged walls, cracking them in multiple places. The sacred temple teetered on the brink of collapse. From this moment on, the celestial realm would exist no more. The people of Amphorius would no longer endure the tyranny of the heavens, and all of this was made possible by the God King's mighty blows. No, by a single punch. The distant Titan gods sensed the fall of their comrade and erupted into furious howls. Ow! Was there no one who could stop him? How could this advance ever be shaken? What they did not realize was that even one as mighty as the God King was still bound by the desires of mortals. Just as before the battle began, he once again adjusted his attire. Congratulations. You have reached your end, Aquila. You are strong enough to be worthy of the name Sky Titan. He ignored the crumbling stone walls behind him and strode towards the temple's exit. His steps were steady, yet the disappointment on his face was unmistakable. But your only flaw was failing to make this satisfying for me. That's aura farming right there, bro. That's aura farming. Next episode, Battling Nikador. Next issue on hiatus. Invigorating literature, your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you're the author's one-punch god incarnate. Sky Titan Aquila? Huh, that's nothing.
I wonder what Feynan and Mem are reading.
She has a voice. She speaks. It's been 5 months.
Let's take a closer look.
Thoughts on the new VA? Well, okay. Here are my thoughts. Am I going to miss Rachel and Caleb? 100%. I think they fit the role of Kalis and Stell phenomenally. But at the same time, I do miss having a voice on my Trailblazer. And it makes my life a little easier not to have to read everything out loud. So, while, yeah, I'm going to miss the old ones, like, I don't think the new ones are bad. And I think it'll just take a little bit to get used to. But we're not going to be mean and just bash on the new ones because they're not the old ones. I think we'll just need a little time to just adjust. And just kind of move on. Like, did I want them to get recast? No, of course not. But, like, I also want my game to be voiced. It has been 5 months. That's pretty much just my thoughts on the matter. Like, it's just an unfortunate situation. And yeah, harassing the new VAs is not going to solve anything. They're just doing a job. But, you know, I think we'll get used to it and we just kind of move on from there. Alright. Okay, this is gonna gonna need to get used to. Well, I play Estelle, so I don't have to get used to anything.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
I need to drink water. I also need another cough drop after reading that much. Why did I decide to read fan fiction? Why do I do that for you guys? Just curious, what are you reading? Are you reading what you shouldn't be?
In front of you all? That would be pretty careless.
That means he does read it.
Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune.
Oh my god, how to get rich quick. Didn't know you were into this. I know how, in your dreams. Maybe it's time to find a different side gig. Be a streamer.
No way, I've invested almost all my savings into this hobby.
Wait, is finding a stock, bro? Finding's a stock, bro. Oh no. He would invest in Herda coin.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate.
Oh my god, wait, is that like part of a song? Wait, is that a song lyric? How does it go? How does it go? 10% something. 10% luck. 20% skill. 100% reason to remember the name.
Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and I mean, integrity and skill.
Not the wealth. I mean, he's not wrong.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city.
Bum, bum, bum. 30% concentrated power of will.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
What are you looking at? Are you into fishing? Superstitions, don't buy into them. Man, I love fishing.
Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, Weaver...
Oh, is it like tarot cards?
Traveler, Healer... But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
What are you looking at? Ruler fits me pretty well. Use them flexibly. Don't just memorize.
Ah! What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh?
Okay, I say this every time I hear Mem speak. Does she not use like the same tonality as March 7th? Like, I know it's not March's voice, but like the way she speaks reminds me of March. It's like they told her, hey, yeah, like same cadence as March, like, hey, listen to March and like say it how you think she would say it.
But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
So
I miss
suspicious.
March. I miss
Not
her.
like their usual self.
Yeah, why is Mem acting so sus? Feynan's just trying to get rich quick.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
Yeah.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Amphorius Divination Compendium?
Oh?
Why are you here too?
Someone get Fu Xuan.
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby. So why all the secrecy?
Yeah,
I
why?
wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
Interesting.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Hydes Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared.
Oh. Awkward.
Don't forget, we've got Lady Trinan. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
A little faith in these things isn't bad sometimes. It should be approached with a critical eye.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You've really thought about this, haven't you? What if divination predicts something bad?
Divination is only meaningful when there are both good and bad outcomes.
Yeah.
Even bad omens serve as guidance. They can help keep us alert, right?
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's
It's
talented.
So exquisite. I'd love to have a card
Tell
like
me a
that.
kid made that? Okay, when I was a kid, I was really obsessed with DN Angel. You know, the manga. And I got note cards. And I drew each of the characters. And I made them like their own trading cards. But like, they were not nearly this good. They were kind of scuffed. And I was using like colored pencils.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates?
Yeah.
The riddle that Orin exposed to us?
Uh-huh.
Who's there?
The same ones with Danny.
You are...
Assassin, save me! Nice cosplay. Ice peeled everyone.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
Oh.
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Feynan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius.
Their outfits are kind of cool with
thoroughly.
like the bones here. Who are they?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Feynan. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an
Understanding the same.
underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political
Why would they do
persecution.
that?
They would do anything to achieve their objective.
But like, why?
This historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Feynan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. people have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Feynan.
His voice sounds really familiar.
You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
Just a handful of you here. Who do you think you're fighting? If it's a fight you want, let's get on with it.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right.
Like?
Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongue.
Alright, Nanny, you're not supposed to say anything that might give you like for being weak. Stop cutting on the good parts!
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you.
Oh, look at little baby
With this, the
Ika!
Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in
It's
Alchemy.
so cute!
Do you like it here too, little Ika?
Look at him!
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the
What is it,
long
My Little
history of the
Pony?
Descendants of the Sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
My Ika can't be this cute.
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah, now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Celiosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories.
Oh?
But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treeby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through.
How old is Hyacinth? Is she one of the newer ones? Oh, Ika!
Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing.
Just keep growing.
Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth.
Hi.
And Lady Treeby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market.
Uh-oh.
The shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be?
Bro, what's wrong with people?
I always thought that with Lady Aglia here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Damn, he's calling her old.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the Golden Threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Trevi. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble. Miss Hyacinth. Trouble.
Trouble.
Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on? Please, something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglia.
Oh no.
It's Lady Aglia who's in trouble.
Did the assassins go there too? Moments ago in the Memorial Palace.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago.
The heroes.
Rules were set then.
And they're made to be
No
broken.
one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Aglia, Aglia. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
I think someone's just jealous that they age and
There's
she
no
doesn't.
need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtain fall
Oh my gosh, she
hour
actually
to
full named
salvage
him
the
instead of
last
an
fragments
Anaxa.
of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now?
I think it's a very pretty
These days
face.
you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
But they're trying to Julius Caesar her.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Oh!
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over
Bro, she's
Aquila has
ableist.
weakened. You failed
She
to
hates to
notice
see
the
Helen
thefts
Keller
we
come.
arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglia, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
Ooh.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes,
Bruh.
too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglia you are today?
She really, like, hates to see Helen Keller come.
Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go.
Aww.
I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow.
You don't have to go, Queen.
Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters,
Aglia.
will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cipher.
Why is she bringing up Cipher? A millennium ago at Memorial Market.
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster.
Oh God, Aglia has so much life in her voice
seen
here.
An ocean's tier of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, Kitty. Tell me,
Kitty?
Cipher, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me?
Yeah.
Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? But the scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Just do business without all this chatter. Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine, if you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Aww, her shoes.
It's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cipher. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
Aww.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you
Fake?
have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power! You're Amphorius' most cunning liar! You were fooled by Aglia!
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglia wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is!
So beautiful.
Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Not sniff. What was that purr?
It's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful! Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely.
She just ignored him.
The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is. How generous you are, boss lady Cipher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
I mean, she is a cat.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cipher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that?
I mean, yeah, they do.
Now,
they are.
Hurry up and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, boss lady.
Follow me, boss lady.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Oh.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't
Oh. Wait, can I play a
Trying to
Cipher?
trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever.
I really enjoy how, like, Cypher's VA feels very theatrical. Who does Cipher work with? Can I replace Cassie or Mighty?
I'll do my best to act like an adult so you don't have to worry about me. Little Hyacinth.
Wait.
Let's work together like we did before, shall we, Cypher?
I'll do my best to act like an adult so you don't have to worry about me. Little Hyacinth.
Cipher, can you say the talk to Aglia?
I'm laying it out right now. I'll do everything I should, but you can stop telling me what to do.
Alright, let me put Mighty back on.
With you here, we charge without fear.
With you here, you charge without fear. Middle.
Cat and mouse time!
Shizumis. Can't take pictures in this mode.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me.
Don't underestimate me, boss.
Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but
So you're telling me
just a
Cypher's been
warning.
wearing the same
If
pair of
this thing
shoes for
fails
1,000
while
years?
We're halfway through the water.
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
I hope she doesn't wash her feet.
This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Self-taught. All self-taught.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
Sniff, sniff.
Scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to gray mystery and that pink squirrel.
Alright, what's over there?
Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Bartholos activated excavation mode, unearthing the treasure buried deep underground.
That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
I wonder when we're gonna get Hyacinth.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss.
Is that how you say her name?
Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, Cipher, Cipher. You truly have the most refined taste of
Hyacinth.
even glorious.
Hyacinth.
Let me try this on.
Hyacinth.
Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it as true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course.
Man, imagine getting all that wealth and doing nothing with it. That's crazy.
Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Once activated, this thing makes a rocket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing? Hey! If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
Boss lady, you're absolutely
volume's way too loud when it's on. Let's not stir up more.
I like this music a lot. Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
Ah, what are you even singing? You're totally out of tune.
Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah. So ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is a sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Huh?
They were lost.
All right. How does Hyacinth? How does she work?
Found me.
Ooh.
Harmony and unison.
Gotta stop them here.
This cat. We'll pick it up.
Come on, show me your curve.
You found me.
Oh, she's follow-up.
We do need some sunshine.
Oh,
That feels way better.
little Ika.
Gotta stop them here.
Do I keep blasting or do I single? What does your single look like? Okay, I think I'm supposed to keep blasting.
Tonight, soul tonight. The stars echo because of me.
Rise up into
Future will be bright.
Please calm down.
Please calm down.
How noisy. Covered in flaws.
Oh god, Robin's too strong.
Hear my roar. I am strike. Forever doomed.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring. Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Here! Squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. It should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Cipher.
Aye. Bartholos activated excavation mode, unearthing a treasure buried deep underground. Sniffa, sniffa.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Okay. Month of balance. Day. 3 more neighboring households moved away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before. already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway of our residence. The priests insist it's merely seasonal high tide that will soon reside. Having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I've never witnessed water levels like this. Leandro from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported that the seawater has become unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadows, not human in form, yet possessing distinct outlines. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. Month of balance. Day. The city's feast have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebrations that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Anzo family's banquet last night, I witnessed 2 normally well-mannered women treading grapes barefoot, emitting strange laughter, and then directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. They claimed to be mimicking Fagusa's ritual ceremonies, though I've never heard of such an absurd form of worship. Prices of the market have risen by 30%. The honeybrew merchant reports that the brewing process has become exponentially difficult lately. The yeast cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater collected during the harbor can they produce proper wine. Fortunately, our Doris remains lucid, and she has wisely advised us to minimize our consumption of the city's water and wine. Month of every day. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by an instrument, but seemed to rise from the ocean depths. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were telling an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess in the water, performing, and wanted to get closer. The priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that they're acting from fear rather than genuine desire to protect us. Month of every day. Today, I met Nora, the cloth merchant at the market. She revealed that the situation in her district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Fagusa's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite their best efforts, the priests cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange cracks have appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, forming patterns or script that no one can decipher. Nora has shared a peculiar rumor. Some claim to have seen in their dreams a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils, with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told dreamers that Styxia would soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice would be saved. Some city residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician, despite the priest's determined efforts to suppress such rumors. Month of freedom. We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater has reached the highest watermark at the dock, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless revelry. Our family and the neighboring Milan household decided to journey to Aquila together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extends there, and the tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock exit. We pray to Fagusa for safe passage. We've been traveling for 3 days now, Last night, the Mylon family's youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resembled an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment, though we all know there is little hope to be found there. This morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering from an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From a distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water, as if they were merely illusions. We encountered several other fleeting townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater in Styxia has begun displaying strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, others solid as glass. Those who remained in the city have begun undergoing bizarre transformations. Oh my god, are they getting Honkai corruption? It's also giving like the storm syndrome from reverse. Even more disturbing is that at night, the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some gigantic amniotic membrane. They say this is Fagusa's punishment, but I can't help wondering, is this the Titan's wrath? Or is some power even greater than the Titans at work? We've decided to continue northward to Aquila. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named who can supposedly appease Fagusa's wrath. But these are merely legends, fabricated by desperate people. We common folk can only rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Month of weaving, day. Tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in Fagusa's temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displays a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produces a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing upon the sea surface, sorrowfully playing a melody that no one could understand. I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one who can hear the sorrows of Styxians, then as we embark on this uncertain journey, please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Aquila is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my household, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be seen. Only distorted masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level, resembling foam heaped by waves before dawn, dissolving one by one and gradually reveal its cold and true nature. Undulate? That was so much reading.
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Aquila?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Aquila. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Aquila, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just
Aquila
isn't
won the
fair,
50-50.
is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cipher, didn't you tell me why once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly,
Is it a pretty
I
glowing
was
rock?
only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
God damn.
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Well, what did they look like 1,000 years ago?
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
Bartholus is a little messy.
Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan.
Oh dear.
Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandrath?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Leave it to me, boss.
Leave it to
I don't
me,
need a
boss.
controller. After all,
Because he hardly knows her.
Hand of Zagreus. My darling. Activate.
Activate. Hi. Cluck, 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 cluck. Cluck, 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 cluck. Oh. What if I punch them instead?
Looks like a charm.
Not bad. However,
work.
I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next room.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that
Low key,
question.
Bartholomew
The one
sounds
you
like
specifically
Paimon.
asked me, right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh, is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. All right, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Treasure.
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
No, you don't.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase.
A flame chase. Oh my god, I love her. Girl, stop
This
sniffling.
scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed. If even boss lady says so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here. Get digging.
Bartholos activated excavation mode.
What?
What?
Oh,
My god, guys,
Isn't this
it's the Annihilation Gang.
golden scapegoat. Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here. This honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley.
I love puzzles.
Leave it to little old me.
Dun, dun. Oh god, not this puzzle. I remember this. Okay. When does the other one show up? It moves in 3. 1, 2. Okay. First try.
Told you, nothing can stump me. Cipher, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you. Don't move.
Oh. A golden beetle?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
She's always listening.
What? Boss, do you mean?
A glug glug.
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
God, I love her voice.
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cipher.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglia. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cipher.
Aww.
I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't.
What is going on? Oh, Aglia.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
My silence.
So this time, I must say this to you. Even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cipher. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here.
Oh, she's crying.
Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance.
No!
Goodbye, Cipher.
Goodbye, Aglia.
Oh, she actually called her by her name.
Nah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad.
It is so sad.
Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Forever.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted.
Iconic, really.
Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cipher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
Aww.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglia wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglia. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world.
Oh shit.
If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
You tell me this little shit that like keeps annoying me every time I have a chest is the Titan?
For saving my worthless little life, I shall walk through fire for Cipher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cipher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you?
Maybe a little bit.
Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
Aww.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes, what about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes, world-renowned swordsmen, exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper, thief, con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aww. Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up.
Aww.
What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Aww. These folks in black are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety.
Oh my god, they're standing
it seems
there.
This is the strategy they've
Menacingly.
chosen.
An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heirs. I've read some chilling accounts, stories of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness.
No wonder she's such a
Objectively, the rise
witch.
of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
And still they endure, an organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the era nova the Chrysos heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos.
Yeah.
To ask the vested interests to abandon their status,
Wait.
wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
So like, Kindness is so mad that Aglia is like 1,000 years old or whatever. And she's on like her 27th life. You might as well be immortal at the same time if you just keep coming back with your memories retained. Like, girl, look in a mirror. Are you just mad you have wrinkles? Can't believe this. I wonder where baby girl is now. They're targeting me. She definitely won't escape their notice either. Oh, I hope all is well. Is that Lord Crederos?
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate.
He was right.
You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here.
Yeah.
You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive.
Yeah.
Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart.
Yeah.
Because Aglia is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
No, she's not. No! Now I'm lying on the cold, hard ground. Ah! She's not
Looks
dead.
like, she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Probably Caius.
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is.
Yes.
They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Bro, you sound so cool.
Feynan is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face
Look how
around this
smug
again.
Stella is.
If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Feynan. We're not here to start a fight.
We're here to end it.
We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else.
Oh? Oh, because they wanted to kill Aglia.
While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. To buy time. So, Lord Feynan, until next time.
Oh no. She's not dead. 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 She's not dead.
Are you okay?
Does he look okay?
Fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
Yeah. But they were after the Chrysos heirs. Do you think they still have a chance?
I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. My teleslate.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Global announcement. Due to force maneuver, I don't know, whatever. The World Wound Web operations will be temporarily suspended. Please stay calm and remain in your homes. Whitelist protocol loaded. Garment maker. Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lady Goldweaver deceased. Please return to the Holy City at once. No. Okay, no. How are the golden threads still working if she's not here? They did not off-screen her.
Aglia, is this?
No.
Blasted.
No, she's fine.
Those guys. I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem like a joke. Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Oh, look how sad he
Feynan.
looks.
What should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm.
Can you guys like
Hurry
imagine?
back to Aquila as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way.
Okay, can you guys like imagine if the internet in like today's age was all tied to like one person and like that one person passes away and then all of the internet just disappears forever? Like, can you imagine that? Like, imagine like you're waiting for like a show to update and like you're about to like start streaming it and then the internet goes down forever and you're just, it ended on a cliffhanger and you're just never gonna know.
I won't be merciful this time.
Aglia's not dead, I refuse.
Cartonis.
Yeah. Oh. She's her little golden beetles.
You're forging a sword for Feynan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglia.
A glug glug.
In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right.
No.
At this moment, My physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end.
No!
It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you, do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you.
Oh?
Do you still insist?
I insist.
She's gonna be a
Over the past
puppet?
1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was, though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglia?
No.
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes,
No!
Cartonis, I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
I'm upset.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
She really was taken by the cleaners. Think about this, feels like a scheme.
I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.
Oh, everything's closed down.
Dunham came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
You're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope.
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
God, they pulled a Julius Caesar.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Don Hung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglia. Perhaps...
Even I'm in a denial competition and Feynan's my opponent. Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Tribby, as she understands
I'll
Aglia's
stay
mind
here
best.
to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Crateros. The baths are empty.
Aww. No citizen feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news. This is more sad than my clock having 88 hours on it.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We heard from Crateros. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are the two of them holding up? You witnessed Aglia's...
Yes, we witnessed her final moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings. Declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Feynan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond.
Aww.
Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
Can they stop killing off the crisis heirs? Like, I know the prophecy said there's only gonna be one left, so we're probably gonna see every single one of them die. Except for Feynan. But can they not? Can we just tell the prophecy no? Oh, they're by themselves.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treby, I...
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglia expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie.
Oh?
She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Talk to them.
Aggie.
Oh!
I still remember the taste of that oatmeal. See you tomorrow morning. I'll prepare breakfast for you then.
Feynan,
Oh, thank God.
my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else.
The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Aquila still has you to guide them.
She has
Feynan.
so much faith in Feynan.
You're not perfect, Feynan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn.
For those who come after.
The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Feynan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglia, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Dalang, can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Feynan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglia has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Feynan, Cartonus has arrived.
Cartonus? What brings you to Marmorial Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonus?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right. Your assessment is... Now, here. Take this.
Bro, Feynan's gonna crash out.
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it. Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad swordmaster. You've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have.
Feynan.
Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will.
No, but like, okay, I understand that he asked for it to look similar. Question, Feynan, why would you ask to have an exact replica of the bad guy's sword? Because it looked cool. That's not an excuse. We don't appreciate plagiarism in this community. Feynan, you could have, you know, copy my homework, but change it a little, at least. Put a moon aesthetic instead of the star or the sun.
Wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Emphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglia's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
Please.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny, she would surely smile.
Surely.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Feynan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglia who held this city and even this shattered world together.
Yeah.
Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglia, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
Real. Yeah. Make them pay.
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Feynan has a way with words.
Be careful and listen. There's something special about a man of letters. If it were up to me, it was up me there, I could do it too.
Oh, all right.
The Flame Chase journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Aquila will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglia dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people!
Better people!
Better people! Better people!
Better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglia left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the Holy City for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglia, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
Yeah.
That singing sounds so familiar.
They're all dead. Man, you guys know I paused to get a thumbnail.
That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Feynan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Feynan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglia.
Remember, Feynan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglia. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world.
Aglia!
Goodbye, Feynan.
I'm tired of video games making me sad. I'm gonna go like read a book or something.
Did you forget me?
Mighty.
Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan.
Damn.
See you around. Feynan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightimos.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet.
Wait, whose voice is this?
Is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
Oh my god, Kevin and Alicia.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people and tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Feynan.
Days later, at Dawn Cloud.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from
Carefully just
here,
holding the rainbow
all
up.
the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cipher, you...
Seamstress. Tell me, does Aquila have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawncloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds.
Wait, Cypher's...
Nice. Got it. Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
So Cypher's prophecy is that she's gonna die over change, right? Petty change. What if this gem of the of all worlds is like not actually a gem of all worlds? And like this is the change she's gonna die over.
Let me guess, Cipher. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cipher?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person, or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you.
Aww.
I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
Cipher!
I know, Cipher. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's.
Okay, Aglia, you really suck at
you
comforting.
are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey.
Girl, you're supposed to be comforting her.
You have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglia. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. And that everyone is simple. And kind.
And clean.
If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it? Even though it's a lie?
Lies will always be lies, Cipher. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
Oh?
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cipher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase.
Old-timer.
You're probably aware that Aglia has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the cleaners.
I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs.
Should yoink
We're
it.
setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement.
Yeah.
And that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cipher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cipher will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I love Cipher. Bro, this quest is giving me war flashbacks to Penacony, how there's never a place to pause because the story just keeps going.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all.
I just love that she's My Little Pony. Oh, little Ika!
I know, little Ika.
He's so cute!
I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Feynan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People,
It's like a little Pokemon.
You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while.
How is it? Those wings are not big enough.
Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence.
The silence at dawn. Okay. Question. Is this the halfway mark? Is this before I restart another hour of quest time? 30%. You're going so. It's not my fault. There's like a billion supplementary readings that they want me to do. Anyway, we'll end it here. This is part 1. If you want to see part 2, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. I'll be here, and we'll continue to see if maybe we'll finish it or not. We'll see. Bye, YouTube. I'm also streaming for at least 87 more hours every day. 12 hours a day. If you want to come check that out live, you can. I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33.
Let's have a break.
Good night, you guys. Bye-bye.